Egypt. Good afternoon to you, good evening, or good morning. I hope you're doing well. So, of course, I am here to talk to you about my experiences in Egypt as a non-Egyptian woman. Of course, as you see, I'm wearing your colors, red and black, and traces of black. So, and this scarf I actually got in a market in Cairo. So I'm just wearing these traces. These earrings, of course, they're Turkish, the Turkish airport where I got these. So you have some questions for me. Well, first and foremost, I am from the city of Atlanta, Georgia. Now, some of you are asking, okay, but where is she really from? Okay, I'm a Black American woman, and Atlanta is a big rich history for Black American heritage, one of the major cities for Black American heritage. Black Americans were the builders of the United States of America. We built the country. If you've heard of jazz, blues, hip hop, R&B, neo soul, spoken word poetry, Negro spirituals, gospel music, that is our culture. That is our music. If you heard of Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan, Oprah Winfrey, that is our people, Black American people, okay? And we've created over 44 different types of music forms. So that is my culture, and that is where I come from. And I first came to Egypt late August 2010 as a graduate student at the American University in Cairo for a dual degree master's program in gender and women's studies and migration refugee studies. So that was my first physical entrance into Egypt, even though before I had known about Egypt. I had my aunt who traveled to Egypt, my late first grade teacher who first gave me the skills and tools and encouragement to be a writer. She traveled to Egypt. So I had people connected me who did travel to Egypt, and they told me about the pyramids and the Sphinx and all those types of things. But that has been my first entrance way to Egypt. Now, so the first image, of course, I have about Egypt were the pyramids, right? We all know the pyramids, the Sphinx, the ancient Egyptian history, right? That was my first, of course, understanding, even though I had worked for a very well-known Egyptian woman, physician, writer, doctor, and playwright, and you know her as Dr. Nawal al-Saadawi. So she was a Cosby chair at my institution of Spelman College for 2 years. And so I had the pleasure, I worked with her, and so I had some understanding of Egyptian people prior to coming to Egypt because I worked with them. And of course, there was a young Egyptian boy in middle school who I went to school with who was also Egyptian. So I did have a little bit of introduction into Egyptian people, certain Egyptian people, and Egypt as a nation as a whole. Okay? Hi, so the image that I, of course, had of Egypt, like many people, the pyramids, the ancient history, Nefertiti, Hatshepsut, just the great history. Of course, I knew there would be a social atmosphere in cafes, but like many visitors, these are the perceptions I had about Egypt initially. So yes, the image did match my expectations. I expected to see the pyramids and desert areas and different areas of Egypt, and of course the nightlife, the social environment. So yes, it definitely matched my perceptions. So it was really easy for me to adapt because I've studied in environments like this before. So it wasn't difficult for me to mingle. The social environment is right. I just really got out there and just allowed myself to enjoy the city and enjoy the nightlife and to enjoy the social atmosphere. I just really put myself in there, joining student clubs and organizations and so forth. One of the funniest memories and most memorable things when first arriving in Egypt was meeting other students. I was living on campus, and it was a little slow. We came during the holiday, and so we were kind of bored and kind of just so ready to get off campus and really immerse. So just having those funny sessions at night, we would all meet up with each other and just really converse with each other. So one of the things I find remarkable about Egypt and the people, I love the conception of time. I love watching how they move through time, whether they're walking somewhere or driving somewhere, how they can immerse so perfectly with the right timing, how they have a certain feel for time and how to move throughout the area. I really love that because it's a level of freedom. My favorite Egyptian dish? That's easy. Khoshri. Love it. Love it. I'm a southern girl. And in the southern part of the United States, we use a lot of garlic as well and spices and hot peppers. So khoshri was very tasty for me. Mwah. Mwah. Loved it. So my favorite places in Egypt, oh boy, that's interesting. Alexandria, beautiful history, rich history. I love Algona, beautiful waters. I love Hurghada with the beautiful dolphins and just the vibe of the peace and serenity. And of course, Aswan and being in the Nubian villages. If I could describe Egypt in 3 words, I would say reality, fantasy, life. I think that sums up my experiences because I've been able to immerse in all 3 of those areas. So definitely those 3 words. All right, Egypt, it was great spending time with you. I hope I answered all your questions. Thank you for having me. Of course, I'm wearing your colors, red and black. This shawl I got in downtown Cairo. These earrings I got in Istanbul, Turkey in the airport. And the papyrus art behind me I got in Hanahilili. So thank you. Take care. Bye. Have a good day. Bye-bye.